Hello, hello. Happy Monday, everybody. You're very welcome along to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. It is the start of a week. The start of an adventure. So, and now for something completely different. Tonight, we embark upon a great expedition, a great tour, if you will, which is going to take us from Ho Chi Minh all the way up to Ha Long Bay in Vietnam. That's a plan. So we're on the ground here in a place called Tan Son Nhat International Airport. It's in the formerly named Saigon here in Ho Chi Minh City. We've got about an hour's flight. We're going to head over to Dalat, and from Dalat then we're going to ramble over to a place called Cam Ranh International. Now, Murphy struggles with English. My Vietnamese is, you know. But basically, it's kind of loosely going to follow a road trip that was done here on the telly 12 years ago? 12 years ago, from the three dudes from Top Gear. And they used little motorbikes, or mopeds. So we're going to do it in the air, just to be different. So that sounds like a plan. Did you all get over Halloween? I see that some people are responsible for making a meme out of the face of Murph getting frightened. Absolutely terrified. So yeah, there's that. So we're going to say hello to some peoples, as you're all here on a Monday evening. Who have we got in the house? Oh, Colonel Fork 85 is here. He says, smells like victory. Sicky Rice 82 is in the house. He says, good morning, Vietnam. Luca Vidic is here, along with Ben McClure. Good evening to you all. Lukester 911 is here. He says, evening Murph and evening chat. Evening Lukester. You may or may not be aware, Lukester has started some streaming of his own, the links of which are over on our Discord. Best of luck at that, my dude. Nathaniel is here. If only we could use official soundtracks, but I don't think we can. Anyway, Brian Clark has rambled in. He says, wow, Vietnam, we sure get about. We certainly do. We're well able to travel around, so we are. Ghost Rider 115 is in the house, as is Kendra. Good evening to you both. Dangerous Brian has rambled in, as is Deep Future. Catbat and Butty P have rambled in. You're all very welcome aboard. Philly Roach is here, along with Joe Blow Photo, Causeway04, and Phil Boardman are here. Top of the evening to you, laddies. Welsh Rugby is here, as is Peter Pepperman. He says, hi Murph, how's it going? It goes. There's all sorts of noise in the background of a door closing. I'm still all nervous since last week. It's just waiting for arms to come in and terrify me, and I keep regularly checking behind the curtains. You know, because like Loggy could appear when we don't want him to. And you have to watch the stream from Friday night to understand who, mind me paper, who Loggy was. But basically, I ended up doing what Flanders does on The Simpsons when I'm terrified. I just give a big... That was recorded from my own voice. But anyway, we continue on. Alison Johnson is here. Good evening, Murph. Good evening, Fireflies and viewers. Yes, there's many Fireflies here down on the ramp, as we'll jump down there now momentarily. Technic Al is here. He rambles in saying, happy Monday, Al. Hello, Technic Al, and thank you for rambling in. Wayland is here. He says, greetings from Germany. Guten Tag, or Guten Abend at this stage. WB1990 has rambled in along with Duffman. He says, hello from Austria. Andy Hill is here along with Catbat9. Coley205 has rumbled in along with BMW E46. He says, hi from Sweden. Papa Joe B is in the house along with Scotland 737 Project. Top of the evening to you both, guys. I hope you're keeping very well. SK Sun is here. Who else? Piat Laros is here. He says, yay, here we are indeed. Jim Oates has rambled in. Good evening to you, Jim. I hope you're keeping very, very well. John Dunn walks in saying, good evening, as he tips his hat. And he actually wrote in, tips hat. I like that. Arnold Aaron is here. Merlin Flyer. Fly Darren. He says, evening gang. Wonder if Mrs. Murph is going to join in tonight. Mrs. Murph was my mother, so it's Mrs. Two-Tone. Let us get that very clear. She doesn't like being called Mrs. Murphy at all, but Mrs. Two-Tone fits just right. We did a bit of off-stream flying. Was that last night? I think it was last night. And she had her first discovery flight on the sim, or in the sim. And I tried to do some training. I didn't have to do much, to be honest. She's like, you make it look so difficult and hard. All you got to do is move this and move that. I was like, yeah, that's all you got to do. And yeah, then she taxied. And then we got airborne. So Mrs. Two-Tone has very much new appreciation and respect for all the other sim aviators out there, because it ain't as easy as it looks. Bot Singh has rambled in. Mal Walsh is there. Happy Monday to you. Ozymandias is here, as is Andy Hill. Moose Knuckle Life has rambled in, saying, hey, at Two-Tone Murphy. Hey, at Moose Knuckle Life. Who else? Simon is here, as is Paul Garrett. Rudiger has rambled in. He says, good evening from the flight deck in Stuttgart. Good evening. Dougal McTavish has rambled in. KG Moose is here. A quick jump into YouTube's to throw a like and then back to the projects. Well, KG Moose, many thanks, my dude. Pilot Peely is in the house. Dan is here. He says, hi, Murph, and hi, everyone. Red Dragon CYM is here. Captain John and co-pilot Pickles. Afternoon, Murph. Sorry, I'm 5 minutes late, as I forgot to compensate for the 1 hour time change. Indeed. Did the clocks in the States go back as well? I thought that was just a uniquely European thing. I could be wrong. Bigger60 is watching us over on Twitch. Good evening. Colonel Fork says, she's a natural. Time for her own sim rig. Don't start. Don't mention the war. Anyway, you're all very, very welcome along. So, yeah, we're in Vietnam, in what used to be called Saigon, which is now Ho Chi Minh City, in this machine, which is the X Cub. I'm going to use this on the first part of the tour. I reckon it's going to take somewhere between kind of 9 to 10 hours to do what we want to do. And I'm not doing it in one night. So we're going to split this over a couple of different streams. We'll probably stream this on Monday nights until we complete it. And I like the idea whereby if we pick kind of like a cross-country route, depending on your persuasion, we'll do this probably on a Monday. And we'll get some history and learn some things and stuff and walk away enlightened, which is the plan. So I'll tell you a little bit about this airport that we're in. Tan Son Nhat International. It is the busiest airport in Vietnam, which was, of course, the city we're in used to be called Saigon. Money, thanks. Who's this? Christ, Mass, Kitty. We'll just call you Chris. Many thanks, Chris. You're very welcome aboard. So this airport, the origins of it go back to 1930. It was opened by the French colonial government. It was constructed a very small airport here. The US Air Force used it as a base during the Vietnam War, and was once the busiest military air base on the planet. Interesting. Almost 250,000 aircraft movements a year, some 40 million passengers, and 600,000 tons of cargo. This place is busy. And now tonight, it is the busiest airport in Flight Simulator because I have all the Fireflies here queuing up and ready to get going. So we're going to get our engines up and running. I'm going to say hello and thanks to some peoples. That's what we do. And then we're going to get going and ramble on out of here. So I'm just seeing, are there any gremlins? Yes, there are. Lots of them. Yeah. Why does... Yeah. We won't panic. Once we're online, that's the main thing. So I think I've lost my chat over there, but it's okay. We'll catch it up. Bombasso's in the house, along with Jeet Slayer. Good evening to you both. Colonel Indiana Longnuts is here. Marcy 888 has rambled in, along with Jacob Kearns. Top of the evening to you guys. Who else? Nils Haller has rambled in, along with Ernie Agtrap. He says, hello from New Jersey. Good evening, my dude. Hal Jor has rambled in, as has Cherub. John Mathers is here. Sydney O has rambled in. Keen Lafford is here. Now, Keen wrote this. I'll just read it out. Keen Lafford has rambled in. How are you, Keen? Now, the question is the question that is on all of our minds. I can say this without reading it. How many days until the Eurovision? I'm sure you're going to tell us. Austin is in the house. What's the Stig flying? I know. Some say... No, we won't go there. Well, we might. Cad Air Charters has rambled in. Bad Dog is here. He's a great dog. Really great dog. He's here. Kenneth Norton, Jepson 2001, Randy Hurst, Lewis Blair is here. Juan Penna is here. It's a busy, busy night. So I lost my chat. That's why I'm very late getting to, you lot. But it's okay. We'll catch you up. Who else do we say is here? Gregor Ixo. Gregor Ixo is here. He says, hello, pilots. Francis Loughran has rambled in. He says, hi from Meath. Hello from Tipperary, my dude. You're very welcome aboard. So yeah, it's going to be a busy, busy night. Dougal says, hey you, I don't ramble anywhere. And Nathaniel says, the clocks did go back in the States. Gotcha. Well, that makes sense. Clock went back yesterday in the USA, but only in some states. Very good. The US do change their clocks, but only at different times to the UK. That makes total sense. But yes, who else? Maliki has rambled in. We can see him there somewhere. This is super annoying that my chat isn't working, but we'll get to it. All you have to do is type louder and I'll read it. Maliki says, where in Ireland do you live? In Tipperary. Servas is here. He says, the history lesson is underway. Scott Voigt is in the house. Top of the evening to you. Ollie Shotter is here. He says, hey Murph, hope you're well, mate. Doing great, Ollie. Hope you're the same, my dude. Zim is here. He says, South Dakota greetings. Time Lord Flight has rambled in, along with Rogers RC. Peter Thomas is here. He says, what time are you flying on? We'll check that now in a second, my dude. Marius Myberg is here. Dazza T. Arab has rambled into the room saying, evening Murph and all. King Lafford reports 196 days until the Eurovision. This is going to be fantastic. Adtry is here. Pamela Fry says, up tip, hand tip. And Gary McCarthy says, hello from Crumlin. Hello, and welcome. So, yeah. We'll do a test, right? So we'll see who can read this message. Because I imagine Twitch is working and, well, the tube isn't. This happened the last day, but we'll get over ourselves. Anyway, we're going to start this machine there. If you remember. So, master switch comes on. Nav lights come on. It's coming alive. Fuel. Tanks go on. And we can check our fuel levels. There's Wahid. And where's the other one? But that's 2. There's 2 hit. How many days until Pancake Tuesday, says Colonel Fork. So if you guys on Twitch saw the link to the Discord just now, let me know. And if you on YouTube didn't, well, let me know. Adtry says he's from Lithuania. Well, good evening, my dude. Causeway says I'm in Glengormley. Cool. KFK Height says, are you a trained pilot? I don't think so. Trained. I see what you did there. I'm not a trained pilot now. I have about 5 hours, 5 or 6 hours in a Cessna 172 in real life, but that's about it. Okay, so we've lost the YouTube chat on the little screen, and it works over on Twitch, but it's fine. We'll totally be grand. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. We fear nothing. As the sound effects work as well. Anyway, so we're going to start this. So alternator needs to come on here as well. Igniter's on left and right. Fuel pump. Don't need to worry about that for the moment. Carb heat. Don't need to worry about that at the minute. Fuel pump. You can see a positive read here on our fuel PSI. That looks good to me. So we'll turn a key and hopefully get a start here. As you need to sit into your seat, Murph. So we have a good start on the engine. Get our CDI over to our GPS, or FMS, as it were. That's grand. We have a little map. We'll zoom in here now. On altitude selection, we're going to go up to 6,000 feet. Turn on our little flight director. That should appear here now shortly, once I turn on the avionics. All coming alive. There to be. Strobes, nav, pulse, leave them all off there for the minute. A little bit bumpy. I imagine it's due to the amount of peoples we have queuing up here beside us who can't wait to fly. The Cub is a lot of fun, indeed it is. Yeah, don't worry about the chat, it'll come alive at some stage. Very good, Scott. Daniel is here. He says, hello from South Africa. Good day, Brew. I hope you're keeping well. Ollie says, didn't end out well in Alaska today. I was trying to be clever in the mountains. It didn't end well. So KFK, I use the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog system on the TPR or TRP or TPR pedals. It's all Thrustmaster gear. I just like it. Arsenal011 is watching us here on Twitch. Good evening. So at this stage, I'm going to say hello to some people, because that's what we do at this stage of the flight, and then we'll get going. And I'd say everyone's on the ramp going, oh, come on, Murphy, will you? But we'll get to you shortly. So we have, apart from all the followers and subscribers to the channel, we also have those who are supporters, if you like, of the channel. So I just would like to acknowledge them, and just to let you all know, well, I'm very, very grateful for all the things that you do. So I'm going to shout you all out. So we have the first tier, which is the flight crew. A big shout out to Neville Johnson, Catbat9, Red Dragon CYM, Nick Stratford, Ludos Regan, Major Butter, Simon Bevan, WB1990, Tarvuti, Hal Jor, Rudiger, Burned Barsh, T-Man Gaming X, Jax61, or Jack61, Jack61, Papa Joe B, Dougal McTavish, Bartman7490, Ethan Short, and Andy Shaw. Thank you all so very, very much, guys, for your support. Absolutely appreciate it. Cheers and sláinte. Ooh, it's a lot different than the other thing we were drinking. Anyway, moving on. We next have the co-pilot tier. And the co-pilots are just that little bit kind of further along up the chain in terms of what they provide and what they donate, I suppose, and what they contribute to the support of the channel. So a big shout out to these guys. We have Oz Flight Simmer, Jibbo Ireland, Cole, Jan Moorcamp, Chippy A, Mountain Biking Rules, Ryan D. Walker, Philip Breen, Dangerous Brian, Rob Lewis, Maj C 888, Andrew Brown, Sean Leo, Daza T. Arab, The Vidya Crusader, Brian Spain, The Burko Flyer, Bad Dog, War Hamster, Avio Man, Pilot Peely, Samuel Dye, Patrick Cullen. Did I shout Philip Breen and Brian Spain? I think I did, but if I didn't, Philip Breen and Brian Spain. Don't ever write diagonally, it never works. Charles is from Malta. Hello, Charles. John Dunn says, here's me expecting the old school gauges. I mistook this plane with a Piper Cub. Yeah, we'll see. On this leg, we'll use the map because we're going over some mountains. Anyway, moving along, we have those on Twitch. Big shout out to Fugros1, Coolsax98, KG Moose, Andy Brown 7, Big Ears 60, Neon Jedi, Annalisa, Captain Bombasso, Geek Brunlee, Luxer 911, Glenneth 74, Samantha, Storm Talker, Adam Jacob 9er5, Brother Low, Ibuprofen 007, Colonel Fork 85, Mr. Chippy, Big Shot Muffy, Wayne Prefontaine, and Ailerons Into the Wind. Thank you all so very, very much, guys. Absolutely appreciate you. At the time we get to the end of the list, we get to the end of the list. And a big shout out then to our pilots in command, the highest tier we have. And a big shout out to Scotland 737 Project, Ailerons Into Wind, Sticky Rice 82, Dan, Alison Johnson, Scott Voigt, Mark O'Gorman, Jim Oates, Ed Reed, and Colonel Fork 85. Thank you all so very, very much, my guys. You're all very good and awesome and sound, and I really do appreciate you. So with that said, as we try and tease through our technical difficulties, we'll turn on our strobes and our landing lights, and we'll set our barometric pressure and also our heading indicator. Now, the weather theme I'm gone for, it kind of looks nice. Which I think is big and bold. Falstom is here. Joseph Krios is here. Aidan Myers. Aidan Myers says, hello, I'm on Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 right now. This is my first time flying. Nice, dude. As Weed2203 is now following. Many thanks. Jam Fjord has rambled in. He says, evening Murph, Vietnam Special A, would that make you the Clarkson of flight simmers? Follow me! Don't follow me! Who is your favourite character out of the guys who are now on the Grand Tour? Would it be Clarkson, Hammond or May? discuss. Jackie Dorr is here. Top of the evening to you. Ethan Short says Murphy should try and fly from Koh Samui to Phuket. That'd be interesting. Tori Robinson is here. Oh God, Murphy. So I completely reset all my sensitivities. Because don't mind me, I'm a tourist. I completely they're going to hate me. I had to reset all my sensitivities. Murphy caused a big traffic jam, but that's okay. But they were saying that the latest patch, which is 1.10.8.0, it was actually working fairly okay until it wasn't. And I had to reset all of my sensitivities, so bear with me. I might be a little bit jumpy. You're used to that anyway. Thanks again, Keen. 22boy77 has just subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. Andrew Noble70 has rambled in. He says, hello, Mr. Murphy. Hello, Mr. Noble. How are you? Clarkson, definitely. But yes, who is your favourite character? We shall ask. We'll get settled down now at the minute. There was a little ambush with the old chat not working. But we'll get there. Weed says, have you heard that Microsoft Flight Sim won't be on Xbox until next year? I didn't hear either way, so we'll have to wait and see, my dude. I hope it's not until next year. Anyway, keep taxiing now, Murph. You have people watching. There we go. Trenton says, where are you from? I'm Irish. That episode, or the episode, it was a special, and it was epic for many reasons. They never do bikes, and they did bikes, but also the scenery was absolutely incredible, which was nice. And the general crack that the three lads get up to, it's always hilarious. So I wrote down an absolute load of different flights to be doing, because I kind of had the weekend off, and it was grand. A whole weekend off, it was great. And I wrote down, I have a load of different flight plans, so we'll start kind of making our way through them. It should bring us all the way up to Christmas. Philip Strong says, is the new update coming this week? The big one, question mark. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, it's a total gridlock here, so we're just going to throw caution to the wind. And when we get situated and we take off, it'll be a right-hand pattern. The altitude we're going to select is going to be up to 6,000 feet. So, yeah, we're going to take off, pattern out to the right-hand side, just so everyone has enough time to get airborne. Joe Blow says, Murph, what time have you got it at? Oh yeah, I forgot that. Current time is 13:13 local. 13:13. Me and Collar on the East USA, but heading in the right direction. Ailerons into wind. Cool. I was thinking that because I saw people earlier on, and I loaded in on the East USA, but we should be grand. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people here. Okay, Murph, say nothing to no one and just, like, punch it. So, power coming in. Airspeed is alive. Don't mind them. It was a temporary glitch. And now we're grand. So there's 15 knots. We're very light at this stage. So I have to get used to all my sensitivities again on the controls. And it's all the controls, which makes life very interesting. As Cavister has just subscribed, many thanks, my dude. We'll climb on the runway heading, get ourselves somewhat trimmed here. Something like that. Jump down here to our heading indicator. Go ahead and slap that in the middle. Altitude is going to go to VNAV. Go ahead and turn on our autopilot. We'll go heading mode. V-speed, we're going to go for 500 feet per minute. And we're aiming for 6,000 feet. That appears to be looking kind of alright.
Hey, good morning.
BP Productions has subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. Do you think it'll be able to run on the original Xbox One? I don't know, to be honest.
Hey, good morning.
With DirectX 12, it should do. But we'll have to wait and see. Robert Bullman has subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. Happy Monday, everyone. If I don't answer you straight away with the chat, it is a little bit busy. And I'm using two windows. I have to use two windows. So we're going to go ahead and turn right 90 degrees. There we go. And we'll get some music on, shall we?
Hey, good morning.
It's all happening now, lads. They're subscribing from everywhere. Aaron Lott has just subscribed. It smells like victory. Now, where are we looking for? There we go. We'll disappear me, and then we'll jump outside and look on the old fireflies. It's like the happiest plane in the whole wide world. Tasman says my folklore is working again. Blackers 19er is here. Good evening. So, we're getting a good group of people. And a little bit of bump. So we can probably climb a little bit faster. Bring it up to 700 feet per minute. We're going to swing around right 90 degrees. New heading 3... new heading 070. Yeah, they're pretty much on ultra. One or two sliders moved down. Your plane reminds me of Thomas the Tank Engine, says Sir Vass. I know, right? Game of Drones is in the house. Happy Monday to you, my dude. I hope you're keeping very, very well. Valstom, we're on the North Europe server. So if you guys would like to join in, just make sure no custom liveries. Only use default aircraft and no airliners, please. We got a lot of people. Okay, we're pretty much flying on course. But let's just check out the sights.
Appreciate the comeback, good morning.
B-Mint is raiding. Many thanks, B-Mint. Hello to everyone from B-Mint's stream. Hope you guys had a great one. You've joined us here in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. And we're going to loosely follow the Top Gear Special from 2008. We're going to go from Ho Chi Minh City over to Dalat, and then Nha Trang for this evening. You're all very welcome along. Hope you guys had a great stream. Many thanks, Death Actual, for following. You're very welcome along.
Hey, good morning.
It's all happening now, lads. Now, let me see. Root Ingu is here as well.
Hey, good morning.
So as we watch our speed, it's 502 Geek Guy is now following. Many thanks, my dude. Happy Monday to you all. I hope you're all keeping very, very well. We're going to spin it to the right 90 degrees. Murphy's trying to multitask. I have 2 chats open and I'm trying to read them both at the same time in unison. In a Nutshell is here. I was there on the Friday night stream. I remember. Good evening. Natalie Stevens is here.
Hey, good morning.
Top of the evening to you, as is JM Gamer. Aaron O'Keefe has just subscribed. Many thanks, Aaron. So we continue our climb with a bunch of peoples behind us. Just look at him. Be the happiest plane in the world. Sodium 90 says, my mother is from this area. Nice. B-Min says, just landed in Da Nang. Awesome. KG says, the sights, as always, in this great sim are simply stunning. Cities or otherwise. I know, right? Amazing. But remember, guys, if you're new here, you might consider liking the video. Be sure to hit subscribe or follow. We stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday right here on YouTube and on Twitch at 8 o'clock PM Irish time. They sending me to Vietnam, Jenny. Jenny. Scott Voigt says 222 watching on YouTube, only 86 likes. Mash that like button. Many thanks. A big shout out to all our helpful moderators here this evening. We have Scott Voigt, Jim Oates, Ed Reed is here in the house somewhere. Dougal McTavish lending a hand, as is Dangerous Brian. Many thanks to you guys. Literally couldn't do this without you. Right, it's going to be a left-hand turn. 90 degrees. As we're going to get ourselves back on course. The circus is pretty much here with us. There'll be lots of you. John E is here, conscientious observer today, so far. But still light. Nice, dude. Many thanks for all the new subscribes there, peoples. You're all very welcome along. My mama told me that life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Okay, we're now going to go to navigation mode. We're going to follow our GPS. We will bank to the left slightly, catch up with this magenta line as we now just level off at 6,000 feet. We got about an hour to go. Dalat, you might ask, where we're heading. It's in the central highlands of Vietnam. The airport in which we shall land, which is, I think it's Lien Cuong, or Lien Cuong. Anyway, that's not important. What is important, it was built by the French colonists in 1933 on a 700-meter long soil airstrip. The US Army reconstructed and upgraded the airport in the 50s. So we must check it out. Annalisa is in the house. Good evening. The Tasman says, remembers the old days, Murphy, when you only had 3,000 subscribers. Do you remember the old days? Xbox First says, say hi for Turkey, please. Hi. So we should be turning right in any moment now onto this little magenta line as we continue on our flight. We'll open up our VF4 map here. We're going to cross some mountains. Our landing altitude, or the airport elevation, is just over 3,000 feet. Ulrich Hansen is here. Good evening. Ed Meyer says, hey Murph, do you think the yoke I bought is still good? I got the Cytec Pro Flight yoke and throttle later down and we get the honeycomb. Yeah, like it's whatever you can afford and whatever you have, it's going to be better than a keyboard and mouse, you know, and even if you're going to use an Xbox controller or whatever, it'll be fine. Peter says, did you see any part of Asia in real life? No. I might have saw like bits of it from 30-odd thousand feet, but that was about it. Walton says, Vietnam should be close to your heart, Murph. Moving army supplies during the war paved the way for container ship logistics. Awesome. B-Mint says, have an awesome stream. Well, many thanks, B-Mint. And again, many thanks for all your peoples coming in here. Delighted to hear that you had a great stream. She says, I gotta go. I'm dying of the starvation. Go eat something. Recharge. And we'll hopefully catch you on the next one. I don't know what was easier. Wearing the mask of Loggy the other night, or trying to look at 2 or 3... Well, I have 2 screens. But try to read messages from like 2 or 3 different things. It is indeed a workload. But hopefully we'll get through it. I think I can. Ulrich says, I live in Greenland. Interesting. Oh dear. There's always one. Hello, fireflies. Aren't they looking decent? Samuel Week says, how long will the whole stream last? Tonight, a couple of hours. The entire journey should take us probably about 10 hours, give or take. Some really nice flying here, guys. So I think it's called Bien High. That's where we're flying over right now. Song Dong Nai is the river. Annalisa says, I lived in Ireland. Cool. The line says, love this channel, PC on order. Can't wait to get airborne. Absolutely. Scott says, I'll be right back. Gotta get a cuppa. Kendra says, will that be an Irish coffee? I see what you did there. And I approve. Peter says, how much does it cost to build a PC that will run this pretty good? 500 or so, or more like 1,000? Yeah, you're probably talking closer to 1,000 at the moment. Peter Thomas says, what's your favorite Vietnam movie, Murph? Oh. Platoon is up there. Full Metal Jacket is up there. We Were Soldiers is definitely up there. Forrest Gump is up there. Win the Nam. Ah, Deer Hunter, yeah, that was good. That was very good. Ed Meyer says, I still can't believe how amazingly good the graphics in Microsoft Flight Sim are. I know, right? Kenneth Naughton says, Apocalypse Now. That is an awesome film. So we're still pretty much in the kind of half built up area, so we are slowly but surely rambling into the wilderness. Murph, do you use a yoke? What do you use, and if so, what yoke or stick? I use the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. Scott Voice says, as for a new computer, mine is going to run me about 2,000. Dude. Tim Middleton, welcome to the flight crew. He has subscribed. You're very welcome aboard, my dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you so very, very much.
Hey, good morning.
Oris Vera. Tried to pronounce that really fast, Murph, but you're very welcome along. Many thanks for the follow, my dude. Yeah, the soundtrack, like Vietnam, apart from many things, the soundtrack that accompanies it is absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. As the notifications comes in there for Tim, many thanks, my dude. So we have all sorts of cool music. Some of it fits the era, some of it doesn't. Donny says, have you tried using targets to be able to use the 2- and 3-way switches on the throttle? Yeah, they're working. Okay, we better swap over to our left tank. It's okay, Murph, you didn't break it. You nearly did. Many thanks to Sindad for the donation through the super chat. Really appreciate that, my dude. Thank you so very, very much. Happy Monday to you. And I hope you're keeping well. Kieran Keenan says, hi Murph, you have any recommendations for an off-the-shelf computer that would handle Flight Sim 2020? Or would you build your own high-spec computer? So there is always going to be pluses and minuses when it comes to your own rig. It can be highly advantageous to build your own, but at the same time it can be highly advantageous to have full kind of tech support and a warranty. So it would depend probably on your location on the planet, I would think. For me, I kind of went in between. I got a custom built for me. So I was able to kind of line up the components that I wanted, and then I got a warranty from the guy who built it. Ollie Shotter says, imagine ATC seeing this motley crew pop up on the radar. I suspect it would bring back some kind of strange memories. Would you join us now with the two-tone Murphy Flying Circus in full flight? Remember guys, if you are new here, I live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 8 PM Irish time, right here on YouTube and on Twitch. Be sure to check out our Discord. We have some very many helpful people. Great place to share your aviation photographs, movies. If you need help with anything with Microsoft Flight Sim, Castor Troyes is in the house. As Simdad has become a member. Many thanks, my dude. Welcome to the circus. Really do appreciate it. Castor Troyes says airport ICAO code. So we took off from Victor Victor Tango Sierra. We're now heading down to Victor Victor Delta Lima. Annalisa says, why doesn't your man put up his gear? Well, he doesn't actually have his landing gear down. I'm using generic models. There is a known bug. That's why we say no custom liveries and, you know, no airliners and stuff. And the reason for that, I don't know, is it maybe the amount of aircraft that follow us on these trips? Or what? I haven't got to the bottom of it yet. So we have to use generic AI modeling, and when it does that, it just kind of loads in any old shape of an airplane at all, and your man looks like he has his landing gear down. But we shall look past that if we can. Castor Troyes is now following. Many thanks, my dude. We are on the North Europe server, Castor. Pretty Pro is in the house. We're on the North Europe server, my dude. Bad Dog says, when you look at this sim, you begin to realise just how big this planet of ours really is. I know, right? Absolutely jaw-dropping stuff. Considering, you know, we're in a I won't say remote place, but like we're kind of hidden away in the bottom of Asia kind of place, and it's just superb. The views you have. Vasdom says, get improved speed if one remembers to retract the flaps. Indeed. There's always one. Or in our case, there's always two. Good morning, Vietnam! So, we are near a place called Din Quan, which is near Can Phu. Into the mountains we go. Marcus258 is in the house. Good evening. So many. Parker says I'll only be able to reinstall flights in 2020 when I get my new router. Cool. Fly Darren says, I bought your t-shirt today when I saw what was on the back. Well, many thanks, Fly Darren. Hope you enjoyed that, my dude. You have to wear it everywhere. Like Superman under your shirt. Allison says, I'm out to the left. Okay, you crazy pilots. How about a wing wave for those watching at home? The question is, will it work? It worked! Phantom Tetris here, he says, crikey, just found you lot on the world map. Care85 is here. Happy Monday to you, my dude. Okay, guys, so for everyone flying at the moment, I would ask, can you type the number 2 into the chat, and we'll try and get a count on all the pilots. So if you're flying in the sim with us, just type the number 2. For everyone else, if you're new here, if you do like this content, smash that like button. Feel free to subscribe and follow for more of this sort of stuff. I'll drop a link into Discord because the YouTube is working. Kendra, good luck counting this. Kevin says, what's the nearest airport to join in? Well, let us see. I don't actually know. Kevin, if you see a green blob on the main screen, click on any of the aircraft, you can spawn on them and you can join on in. 3 rules: no custom liveries, no airliners, and no aircraft from outside the official marketplace here on Microsoft Flight Sim. Wade Trisler has now subscribed. Trisler. Very good. Jim Oates, Scott Voigt, Dangerous Brian, keeping an eye on the YouTube, and we have Colonel Fork watching on Twitch. Aviation Life should be there somewhere. I have what do you call them? I have bots working as well, so if you get a kick, just hit me up with a message, we'll get it resolved. Honey Reg has just subscribed. SP56000, he says hello from California. Good day to you. Billy Roach is here. Up to Desi Monster Final. Right, did we get a count on that? Irish Aviator reckons 60. 60? Hang on, I'll start counting. Everyone be quiet. And don't say any numbers, that'll confuse me. Those numbers gone in everywhere. I count 63. 63? Good God, man. I'm a pilot, not a doctor. FNT Frost is here. How much is this game? So you can pick it up, I think it's about $50 or $60. You can get different types of it. You can get the standard deluxe or premium deluxe. It's also available on the Xbox Game Pass, so you can pick it up relatively cheap to try it out. So we're 25 minutes out from our first stop. Ground speed 135. We're doing nearly 115 indicated. Just over 6,000 feet. That'll level off here now shortly. Coming into the mountains. It gets scary in here. Aviation Life says, I did a 18 feet per minute landing. I'm a pro. Well, hats off to you. Colonel Fork says 63 is a lot to have over for dinner. I know, right? However, Scott will be making chili. Causeway04 says, record-breaking numbers tonight. You must be doing something right. But whatever it is, working. Timidin says, don't do scary. You know what happened the last time? I know. God almighty. I'm all nervous in my little man cave. God says, we'll need a bigger pot. Beautiful landscape though.
Hey, good morning.
Nate Germ has just subscribed. Kane Lafford says, you've heard of Murphy's Law. It's when something can go wrong, will go wrong. But have you ever heard of Cole's Law? It's thinly sliced lettuce. Oh. Kane, there are times. Don't ever change. Cutfight says, for something different, everyone wave hi to Mrs. Two-Tone for allowing Mr. Two-Tone to come play with us. Well, many thanks. Colonel Fork says, Mrs. Two-Tone did great helping us look for old Ben Kenobi on last night's stream. Yes. Colonel Fork had us flying in the very remote neck of the woods. It was awesome. Aviation Life says, what is your favorite butter, Murph? Ooh. Gotta be Kerry made. Trub says, Murph, the angle of attack is quite aggressive on the 172 when using altitude select and autopilot. It's been like this since the most recent update. Anyone else experienced similar issues? Need to check it out, dude. Sticky Rice says, hey Murph, what's your favourite Vietnamese dish? Rice? Uh-oh, Mrs. Two-Tone's in the house. She says, hi all, I won't be scaring him tonight. I have to keep him on his toes. It'll be when he least expects it. Oh no. See, it's funny, right? Mrs. Two-Tone has free reign to scare the bejeebus out of me. And then when I do it back to her, I laugh, but then she resorts to some sort of physical force. Usually by way of a, you know, a dig into the arm or a kick. Peter Pepperman says, is that actually Mrs. Two-Tone? It is. It's the actually actual. More meme potential. So as I was saying about Dalat, or the airport in Dalat, interesting. In the 1950s, it was reconstructed and upgraded. And then somewhere between the 50s and the 70s, there was Russian involvement. And seemingly, a number of retired Su-27s, MiG-25s and whatever else have never been accounted for after 1990. Some say they ended up in the Vietnamese Army or Vietnamese Air Force. Oh, it's getting bumpy here. VHS Tape is here. Many thanks to you, Slayer. He says, yeah, I thought you could learn a lot from you, Murph. Aw. Murph, you should also try Vietnamese beef noodle soup. Nice. That sounds really nice. Wade says, hey Murph, how do you like the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog? Dreamy. I find it to be excellent. Aiden Myers says, sorry Murph, gotta go. Catch you later. Be safe and take care. Many thanks, Aiden. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Billy Roach says, my friend's wife left him last week. She went out for milk and never came back. I asked him, how is he coping? He said, okay. I've been using the powdered stuff. Brian Bates says, Da Nang International is shared with the military. They house a number of Su-22 and MiG-17s. Or Mi-17s. MiGs. Kingsman9965 is in the house. He says, big hello from Liverpool. Some say Murph is planning a new flight rig just for Mrs. Two-Tone, where she can fly and stream. Many thanks, Colonel. Tommy Week says, how long until the landing? Yeah, about 15 minutes. And he's okay. Your call is important to us. Please hold for the next available operator. So, I left you in this position. Are we alive? Can you hear me now? Just be sure to hit the refresh button, my dudes. Things got out of hand. Boomer Sim Pilot is in the house. Happy Monday, my dude. Papa Joe B says Mrs. Two-Tone needed the plug for her teapot. Indeed. Scott Voight says I hit refresh and my cup is still only half full. It wouldn't be a Two-Tone Murphy stream without the gremlins having the crack. That's the fail music. We play that for a reason. We're getting there. sounds like helicopter attack music. Mike Tag says, get off work in about 45 minutes. We'll be joining in about an hour. We are indeed planning for Oshkosh 2022. Should be interesting. Annalisa's in the house. Evening, Murph and everyone, she says. How are we all tonight? We're good. Got over the recent unpleasantness of being terrified last Friday night. We're in Vietnam. Doing our part to somewhat recreate the epic Top Gear road trip that took them from Ho Chi Minh all the way up to Ha Long Bay. Dan says, how are you not going so fast in the X-Cup? Annalisa says, Mrs. Two-Tone really went above and beyond with that spooky hand. I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop crying. I screamed myself to sleep that night. Oh, good. We have over 60 aircraft with us tonight. We're about 8 minutes out. Kane says, and I couldn't stop memeing it. Are we digging the tunage? Mrs. Two-Tone deserves a Grammy. Digging the tunage. Brian Clark says the winds are from the west, so it'll be runway 27. Should be this direction, so we'll fly up past the airport and back on ourselves. But the river here is called the Song Da Nang. Phantom says, how do you fly and play the guitar at the same time? Playing with the toes. Max Card says, Evening Murph, still can't find any joysticks in stock. Well, that's a bummer. They're going to be hard to come by, my dude. It's not that easy with just using a keyboard, I can imagine. There's always two. Look at these guys. But remember guys, if you're new here, we live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 8 o'clock Irish time, YouTube and on Twitch. Okay. Get ourselves lined up for a decent approach. Deep Future says, any update on a hotkey for turning on and off the name tags? None yet, my dude. I know there is a third-party mod. Haven't tried it yet. Ah, it's the happy face planes. They're so cute, says Annalisa. They literally couldn't be any happier looking. Hey, Spartan 300's in the house. How are you, my dude? Delighted to be in the air, so he is. Look at the state of that view. Current heading is 040. We're going to go for runway 27. Have a look in here on our little map. So we're going to fly this direction. Then we'll go left traffic, turn a left base. Or enter right base. Hang on. No, enter left base. Or something like that. Corsair says, I should get the poor landing excuses in early. Got a new joystick tonight, and it's a bit tight. That's okay, my dude. Practice makes perfect. Yeah, practice makes perfect. I did an absolute disastrous landing last night in front of all the guys, so like, it can happen. So runway inside, we're going to fly down this neck of the woods. We'll be turning right and then right. Turning right base. So, the plan. I'm going to try and get landed first. Then we're going to turn the cameras on and watch you guys do it. The approach looks good. The amount of them. Fire Up is in the house. Good evening. Luxor says, few of us are landing on 09 rather than 27 since there's no approach that we can see available. Visual, my dude. Let's go visual. Samuel Weeks is in the house. He says, hello, Terra Firma, my old friend. It's a huge runway. Luxor says, Xbox controller Murph, I only want to take over at the last second. Simon Hughes King is here. He says, I've been to Vietnam for work, went to Cu Chi tunnels and Ho Chi Minh City. Very illuminating. I fired an M16 and an AK-47. Nice. We got 20% there. 22% there, so we're going to change our tanks again. Don't break it this time. I keep pressing the wrong button. North past those mountains was Hue City. Cool. Hue City? But the good thing is it's a massive airport. And it's a massive runway. Pronounced Way. Way City? Interesting. So guys, once we get landed and you're off the runway, if you wouldn't mind terribly, just hit the escape key. It won't take you out of the sim, it just unloads the aircraft from my screen and it kind of allows the sim to think about loading everyone else. We learn all these things. So, autopilot off, face cam on for the dramatic effect. And we're going to try and land this machine. It's a little bit bumpy. Scenery is very pretty up here. And there be a runway. Car85 says, yeah, now Murph, don't do three things at once. Car85 says, Murph, I've now familiarised myself with the game controls and can comfortably fly the 172 Skyhawk. Which plane should I progress to next, in your opinion? If you're happy with the Cessna Skyhawk, I would go for a twin-engine prop. Something like the Beech Baron, if you have it, or the King Air. Don't dig up the runway like last night. As Colonel Forks likes to say, it was a Navy landing. It was a disaster. I was going so well. I was in the Armaki 339. And, well, it didn't go terribly well. Colonel Forks says, I'd moved to Bonanza before moving to a twin. Yeah, true. So, you'll have, instead of like the up and over wing, you'll have the up and over wing. You'll have the wings beneath you, which would be a little bit harder to fly in terms of, you know, spotting your landing stuff. Yeah, the Baron is pretty cool.
500.
We flew it there last week, I think. Or the week before. Now, bearing in mind, I have new sensitivities. I'm very sensitive, but there are new sensitivities for my controls. So, yes. Not as good as the landing on our joint turn onto shore final, says Ailerons. Oh, that was epic. Now, that was epic. And yet, when I was on my own, I butchered it. Anyway, we'll try and do a little bit better as we'll put ourselves up into our chair so we can see over the nose. Runway 27 it is. And we'll just hold the nose up, let the speed bleed off. Back to 60 knots. Hold it there now, Murph. There's contact. Hold it like this. Any second now. Keep the pressure on the back of the stick, holding it back. As not to allow the airplane, you know, tip over and whack itself. So we're going to taxi off the runway here. And then we'll watch you guys come in. Tail draggers, the ultimate of challenge. Now. Do. I'm just going to leave it here on the grass and don't mind me at all. Ooh, someone's coming in hard. Okay, so first thing we've got to do is turn the name tags on so we know who's landing. Apply and save. Now we're going to jump outside with our little controller stick. This fella, and that fella, this fella, and this. Uh-oh, Murph. Well, if that doesn't make you want to spill your tea, I don't know what will. So, HCBR inbound. Miyazaki. Nice. Don't mind me, we're trying to fix it. Right mile 9. Nicely done, my dude. HBBN 74. Nice. Causeway 04 is down. C63 SLR. Here comes Catbat. Oh. Nice. Deep Future, Prefontaine, Herbie Hare, Pilot Randy. Pilot Randy? Yeah, Pilot Randy. Tarnish is there as well. Nicely done. Uh-oh. I did something like that the other night. Some very nice landings here this evening. Hal Jor and Ali Katz. Dougal McTavish is there. Tom 24. Uh-oh, Tom. Uh-oh, Tom. And he's okay. Kind of, sort of, almost. He made it. He's good. Look out, Tom. Rattling jeans. Just be mindful of the brakes. Uh-oh. 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 And he's okay. Pilot Peely is down as his fast peaked. By Darren is here. Hot sing boom. Merlin Flyer, Botted, Moose, Knuckle Life. Remember guys, once you're down and parked, just hit the escape key, if you wouldn't mind. There's to open the 172. Here comes Sir Vass and Jam Fjord. Nicely done. Put her on that. Philly Road says, gotta hit the hay. See you Wednesday, hopefully. Happy flying. Many thanks, Philly. You take it easy out there, my dude. VHS Tape is now following. Many thanks, my dude. Are we all down? I think we're all down. Desire is still in the air. Got hope to have mine configured and ready by the weekend. Nice, dude. Scott, really looking forward to having you flying with us. You can organise the chaos. There's Lukester. Oh, the approach is looking good here. Nicely done, my friend. John, Lego Man made it as well. At a rate of knots. We got a big bunch of people flying with us. Cockney John is in the house. Happy Monday to you, my dude. Jared Reed says, I've not flown in like 15 years. I should be good. Gulf Island Aviators in the house. Happy Monday, my dude. There's Wayland. And he's down. And he's up again. And he's down again. White as ice is in. Okay. I left you in this position. So what I'm going to do, as I usually do, I'm just going to restart my machine, or not my machine, restart the sim. Because I've been getting a couple of bugs. So don't worry guys, we're not going anywhere. We'll go to this screen, which is different. Let me see. G Slayer says, Murph, is the Mooney still a hanger queen? Unfortunately, it is. You ain't running 100% just yet. There's a lot of peoples here. Where did we say we're flying? We're going up to VVCR, which is about 40 minutes away. Jared says, Murph, what's your favourite flight so far? Route 66 was pretty cool. Hi, Darren is using the Mooney. It might be just luck though. So far, no probs. Nice, dude. How long is the next flight? About 40 minutes, give or take. The little issues. We'll work through them. Rodrigo Pinchari is in the house. Happy Monday, my dude. Do the return flight, trying to follow the road, breaking it up to a few day trips would be nice. Fly low and slow to see everything, says Scott. 100% Scott. We shall be doing that soon. Once you get your rig set up, we're going to be good. Now, let's see. Settings not doing what they're supposed to be doing. See. Any minute there, Murphy. That should do it. We'll get there eventually. The production value here just oozes of awesomeness. Okay, I think we're good. VHS Tape says, does anyone know if when using a custom livery that others do not have installed, do you appear as that aircraft default livery or that gold-white default model? A bit of both. Jennifer Porter Thomas is here. Hello. Happy Monday. Yeah, so basically, with modded aircraft, it just doesn't work. For my stream anyway, on multiplayer. It has a fierce habit of crashing. So I turn off the models. I turn the models to off. And it is kind of super annoying because I know there are beautiful liveries out there, but I think it's purely down to the amount of just the amount of other planes we have. So basically, my sim is trying to load in textures and liveries it just doesn't have, and it, like me, gets a little bit confused and is like, "What are you doing? I'm not enjoying this at all," and it breaks. Which is it is unfortunate, but we'll hopefully get on by. Now, hang on, I'm doing stuff. I'll show you now in a sec. Now, bear with me, we're almost done. Daza says, I just ordered my MSI Gaming Trio. A 3090, holy moly. Boxing is away, we'll catch you on the next one, my dude. Okay, we are in the Cessna L19 Bird Dog from Black Box Simulations. I thought it'd be somewhat fitting to fly an aircraft of this stature here. Delivery is what took me so long. I didn't want to fly anything that was a bit... tell me, Murph. So we have flown this before. We last flew this in Route 66. So we'll get everything set up here. Oh, look. That's funny. That's real funny. Having a moment. Door closed. This thing is straight out of Halloween. It's possessed. We're thinking that's broken. We won't fly that. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, hang on, for a real one. Where would you be in a stream? So we'll quickly do this. Back into a plane that actually works, Murph. Now what were we saying? The X-Cub. We'll go for the Cessna. We'll go back in our little Cessna. Liveries, yes, weight and balance. Fill the tanks up here a little bit, please. That's grand. Now, so we're going to zoom in to the little airport here, and we're going to start in this position. And for the 100th time tonight, VVCR. That's where we're going. And that's where we're flying. Tim Middleton says, don't normally get to fly on a Monday with you guys, but it's Tuesday in Australia, and we have a public holiday. Nice! Murph is going vintage. Yeah, it didn't work. Open your ATC panel and reload it. And then try and click. Ah, so there's a workaround for that plane. That's okay. I'm not too worried. Like it's a lot of the time they're fine, and some, like whenever there's a patch out, you can't really blame the developers. You know, it takes time to update and figure out exactly what's going on. Now we should be good to go, I hope. So, battery on, parking brake comes on, fuel shut-off valve goes in. We get our beacon and nav lights on here. Thank you very much. So I want to turn on our fuel pump, which is here. Positive read. Clear prop. There's a good start in the engine. Some avionics up. Got our lights ready to go here as well. So, let our avionics warm up. Kendra is away. We shall see you on the next one. You take it easy out there. Now we'll get sorted momentarily. Lights on. That's super. Now what are we doing here? Something like that. Sydney says, I'm counting 24 of us down on the ground here. Nice, dude. Now, we want to go to 6,000 again. Transponder can go on. Park and brake off. And we'll add in a little bit of oomph to get us moving. Oh god, all the planes. Don't mind me. Uh-oh. Energize. Keith Farrell says, Murph, I'd love you to do a bad weather flight from airport to airport. Yeah, we'll do that soon, dude. I'm new. Where are you guys at? If I may join. You may join. Just no custom liveries, no airliners. Modded aircraft limited to the Armaki. You know, the main ones. It's just like, don't use any like the mad ones. The ones that like are not working. On the North Europe server. So we shall taxi into position here. There's a queue of people on the runway. Don't be shy. Let's get vertical. Don't mind me. Oh god, look at the taxiway. Look at the state of the taxiway. We'll go this way. Garrett says, good night, early start in work tomorrow. Down at Boots, Manic Shoppers. You take it easy, Jared. Many thanks for joining. Oh, look at the taxiway. Oh dear. You join us for the extreme taxi challenge. We've made it over the first ramp. What'll happen on the second one? You want to go really slow over these. Uh-oh. VIP pass from Murph on the taxiway. Make way, people. Uh-oh, look at this one. The old Evil Knievel just kind of ramped through. Says, totally fine. You see, if we all had an individual plane, our own little aircraft that remembered damage, and then you had to go over these things. Chippy says, someone needs to grab the end of the taxiway and give it a good pull. It looks like my rug. Look at the state of this place. We will be sending a letter. Whoop. Do you ever get that feeling in your stomach when you go over like a bump or a hill? You know, the real... The grass is smoother, I can imagine. Local time, 1200 hours. We can change that. We'll make it 1551. Annalisa says, reminds me of some of the dodgy back roads in Leitrim. Game of Drone says, I've seen airstrips here that look like that in real life. The Alps of the runway. I know, right? That was a challenge. The speed bumps. Okay, remember your mixture settings, peoples. We're up on 3,000 feet. Okay. We have people everywhere. Mark362 says, welcome to Belgium. It's like Demolition Derby, I know, right? We'll just do this. Don't mind me. It's like skipping the queue. There's always that guy. You're traveling into work in the morning and you're all obeying the, you know, the rules of the road, and then some dude appears and he shoots up the hard shoulder and you're just like, why is he so important? I've just been that guy. Sorry to be that guy. Mike is in the house. Good evening. So, one notch of flap, even though the runway is terribly long. Right, let's give it a bash. Airspeed alive. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's he in? Air 60 knots. Nice and light. More airborne. I suspect there's a lot of fast planes here. Well, the weather's looking kind of nice. We'll continue to fly on our runway heading. We're going to make a right pattern now shortly. That'll allow the group to catch up. Bit of nitro was used there, says Mike. I know, right? Bit of NOS. Okay, so we're going to set our heading to 270. Roughly there. We're going to zoom in on our autopilot. We're going to go to heading mode, autopilot on. We're going to go to altitude. Altitude, come hither. We're going to go to 6,000 feet. Go ahead and lock that in. Vertical speed is going to go by 500 feet per minute. Little bit of oscillation, but we'll get over it. There's our climb out. That's where the International? Interesting. It's in Latvia. Cool. There we go. Hello, fireflies. To change your server, click on your gamer tag, top right hand corner of the screen. You should be good. Right guys, we're going to turn right, heading 360 degrees. Be mindful of your altitude. $243 watching on YouTube, Murph. It's a new record, perhaps. Wouldn't be far off it, I'd say. Hello to everyone watching us on YouTube. You're all very welcome along. We're here in Vietnam as we depart Dalat, and we're going to head over to Nha Trang, as Mark362 is now following. Uh-oh. So we are flying with the two-tone Murphy Flying Circus. We counted 60 planes flying with us earlier. Savior76 is in the house. He says, amazing, love your streams and your character. Well, many thanks, my dude. Happy Monday. So we continue on this heading for a moment as we gain some altitude. Look at the scenery here. So guys, if you're new, remember, we live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday here on Twitch and on YouTube at 8 PM Irish time. We also have a Discord up and running. Feel free to ramble over. It's a great place to share some of your flight sim photos and videos. There are a number of links to different liveries and freeware airports. We stay up to date with all the news, which is kindly provided to us by Simulated Aviation. Do check out simulatadaviation.com. We even have our own flying school. Jonathan Pine says, do a flip in a Cessna. I'd love to, but I'd spill me drink. And there's only one thing more dangerous in the world than spilling a drink. And that's an Irishman spilling a drink. So passing 5,500 feet, quick glance out the window. We're going to turn right heading 090. Which is roughly there.
Hey, good morning.
You only live once has just subscribed. Yes. Speaking of which, we heard terribly sad news this past weekend of one of cinema's greats, one of Scotland's greats, Sean Connery. Scott Voigt says, have to say, night owl, have to go shopping for grub. Have a great rest of the flight. You take care, Scott. Many thanks for joining us here. We'll definitely see you on the next one. We're getting a little bit... Look at that guy. Wendy, I can fly! Oh dear. Anyway. New heading. 180 degrees as we fly back towards the airport. Check out the views behind us. Hello, fireflies. Got Border Collies, good evening. Current time is set to 1600 hours. Don't worry, Simdad. You can join us the next time, my dude. You're more than welcome. We fly by 3 rules. 1, no custom liveries. 2, no custom aircraft. And 3, no airliners. Not yet. Until they're a little bit more on the, you know, fully working side. And our training will be together. As flight sim pilots, we have all different levels of skill and experience with flight simulators. Some of us have been flying these, or simming these, or dare I say playing these for years. Other people are right in the beginning in their adventure of world exploration. Godfather Collie says, no, I meant at your home. Current time in Ireland is 22:05. So we're going to jump over to our GPS. And we're going to select nav mode. Our CDI is on GPS. As we bank to our left, we're going to follow this magenta line. And it's going to take us up to our destination. We're at 6,000 feet. Bring our speed back, take in some of the views. Daylight savings, I know, right? Simdad says, I started in 96, but when I joined the Navy in 05, I haven't played until recently. That's cool. Well, what a time to come back into the sim. It's a great time for flight sim enthusiasts with this new fantastic simulator that Microsoft and Asobo have developed. You can literally go exploring the planet. And news on the competition is Laminar are working away nicely with the release of Vulcan for X-Plane 11. And there's a lot of cool add-ons coming out for that sim. So our destination airport is Victor Victor Charlie Romeo. As we turn back on course here. So this airport we're going to is called Cam Ran, is it? CAMRANH. Elevation is 40 feet over sea level. It serves the city of Nha Trang. Built by the US Air Force during the Vietnam War, and in 1972 it was handed over to the South Vietnamese government. In 1975 it was captured by the North Vietnamese, and then the Soviet and then later Russian Air Force used the facility until 2002. In 2004, after major reconstruction, the airport received its first commercial flight from Hanoi and currently handles about 10 million passengers a year. It's busy. It's a busy place. Ryan D, I am Vietnamese. Mr. Murphy is wanted for buttering. Have you seen this man? Ah! Anyway. So about 80-ish knots is just about right. We're taking our time. And it's making life very difficult for these guys. Ah, it's pronounced Camran. Many thanks, you only live once. It was the first airport built by the US military during the war. Interesting. What the ETA for arrival in UK time? 22:40, I'd say. You Only Live Once says the runway is comprised of large square sections of concrete, so that if it was bombed, it could easily be repaired. Interesting. We've only started our journey here in Vietnam. As Owen 593 rambles in. How's it going, my dude? This is a journey that'll eventually take us up to Ha Long Bay. Almost 2,000 miles from here. So much of this trip is going to bring us up the coast. And every now and again we'll be dipping back in to the countryside. This region is known as the Central Highlands region in Vietnam. And I have to say, it's stunning. Mark362 says, it's kind of beautiful. I know. You Only Live Once says, I used to fly Airbuses in there many years ago. They serve nice green tea. I can imagine. Picking up a bit of chop over the mountains. Uh-oh. Oh, look. Look at the view. Centurion is currently doing a Land's End to John O'Groats flight, stopping off at small airports overnight. Nice. Look at the views are coming into here. Beautiful. Then cow, look at the clouds. Really? You think they look bad? Go back to Minecraft, dude. Like, okay, this is using one of the SoFly presets. Like, I don't think they look bad. The top layer, maybe. I think the scenery is getting nicer. Compared with the 18th of August release, it looks awful now. Well, I suppose when they release one update, they have every chance of breaking something else. Have I forgotten my mixture? I shouldn't have. We're at about 50%. 6,000 feet. That's strange. Yeah, well, EGT doesn't like working, but that's okay. Yeah, like when they do an update, there's always something that could possibly kind of go south. Like with the clouds in general, like I can change that screen to make it look so real. For example, hot and humid with the SoFly. So let's see, big and bold. I'll give it a second. We'll play with it. It's all about appearances. Look at these guys. The big valley with the body of water. Pretty nice, huh? What's our altitude? 6,000 feet? Yeah. It's a little bit bumpy here. This is where Dangerous Brian usually says, Murph, quit hitting stuff. Add some showers in. Just to make things interesting, shall we? Kevin J is in the house. He said, how's the new patch performance-wise? I'm liking it. Seems to be behaving itself. The dirty windscreen, more realism. It just is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We played that like 4 times. Hang on. We got more music. Don't break it out, Murph. I'm already in my PJs, so no late night dancing. No, the update is fine. Like, apart from having an issue with the Coronado aircraft and possibly black box simulations, and I have noticed a small bug with the India Fox Echo's Armaki 339. It's just one of the tail lights is about 10 feet above where it belongs. Murph, how did the vertical speed behave in autopilot mode when selecting altitude mode? So, your autopilot in the Cessna 172, this aircraft specifically, you don't select altitude mode. What you do, our current altitude is set to 6,000. Okay? If we click this, it'll ask you to increase or decrease feet per minute. If we change our altitude, say for example, I don't know, can we go lower? Not really. If you wanted to change that to 6,500, you scroll it up, you hit the altitude button, and then you V-speed with the desired result. Hi, Darren says, I think the water textures are a bit off now too. They were worse. They were a lot worse. Visually, what I've noticed, the nighttime lighting is a lot different. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. It kind of goes back to the early days of the alphas. Bit of a diddly idle. You know, as we fly into some rain. Centurion says, I hate the floating lights. Grrr. My immersion is broken. I don't believe what I see. Peter says, India Fox Echo says they can't fix it without a patch from Asobo's end. Interesting. Pilopili says, the clouds to me seem a lot more grainy than before. Yeah, I've heard that as well, Pilopili. Peter says, has any of you ever been in a professional level flight sim? Yep. They're called a Level D simulator, which is basically a giant simulator built on a moving rig. It costs more than most airplanes. Russell Scott says the moonlight off the water is cool. Yeah. Balsam says check the patch hasn't changed your settings. That's a very good point. So they've added in one, the blur motion. I would just turn it off. because it has a fierce habit of chiming away on your FPS. Okay, rain, be gone. We can't see nothing. If only we could do that in real life. Oh, quick, status. Danger close. We are just 10 minutes from our final destination here for this evening. And look at the state of them mountains. So guys, don't forget, we have a Discord channel. I invite you all to come check it out. Plenty of sections in it, anywhere from flight training, news, upcoming live streams for myself, Colonel Fork, and anyone else who would like to announce some live streams. We have a new channel gone in there. Brandon Wright has subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. You're very welcome along. In Ireland, it'll be a dream come true. Rain be gone, and don't ever darken this doorstep again. If only. But we have various media channels. All your flight sim videos and pictures. Benny P says, I experienced that after modifying my sensitivity settings, my controls became unreliable. Well, mine were actually fine until kind of last night, and I flew the Amaraki. It didn't like them, so I had to reset them. These are some big mountains at roughly the altitude we're flying. I know, right? So we're at 6,500 feet. They be big. We have the fireflies. Monkeys is in the house. In the house? He's in the house. Evening, Murph. Better late than never, indeed. But then it wouldn't be a green and pleasant land, Murph, says Kenneth. I agree. We shall call this the Annalisa tune. Uh-oh. There's always three. Alison says, are we expecting runway 02? Yes we are. I think it's 02 left. Jim Oates is going to call it a night, lads and lassies. Have a great rest of the night. Jim Oates, many thanks. You take care and we'll see you soon, my dude. We're not worthy! We're not worthy! What a stunningly beautiful country. H. Lightsphere's in the house. Top of the evening, Murph. I'm late tonight catching up with the circus in the TBM. Hi, everybody. Mark362 says, what, in your opinion, is the best plane in the game? My favourite has to be the Coronado Mooney M20R. That is a third-party aircraft. Next to that, it's got to be the good old reliable Cessna 172. I really like the Savage Cub. That's the yellow one. The Beechcraft Baron is pretty nice. The Bonanza is super fun. The 152 and VL3 for life. Hardcore, my man. No autopilots. I like it. We're getting close. The Cirrus SR22 is fun, as is the DA62. Yeah, I agree. KZE Production, how many flight hours on Microsoft Flight Sim 2020? Since my last install, probably up around 200. Before that, probably another 200. And back in the early days of the alpha and the beta, probably another 200. There's a few. Ace70 UK has just subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. Happy Monday. You're very welcome aboard. Samuel Week says, night owl, gotta go to bed, get some Z's. You take care, Samuel. Many thanks for joining us tonight, my dude. Sleep well, and we'll hopefully catch you on Wednesday. Okay. It's going to be a left turn. We shall do the same again. Murph's going to try and land first. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Huey and Ralph are in that plane. Huey! Ralph. So 02 left is the runway of choice. We can see the little lights flash. We'll start our descent here. Rick Settle says MiG-27 at Angels 18. Keen Lefford says, I lost my mood ring. I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, Keen. So, let's have a quick look. We have 0-2 left and 0-2 right. I thought. Maybe it's just 0-2. Yeah, 0-2 left. Where's 0-2 right then? Interesting. Anyway, runway of choice is ahead. We'll turn our face cam on for the dramatic effect. The scenery here is absolutely off the hook. Like, when we started all the way back in Ho Chi Minh City, it kind of just slowly introduces you into the astounding beauty that is Vietnam. So the more we continue this tour over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be heading up that coast, and you can already see the mountains there in the distance. So it's going to make for some very nice screenshots indeed. Chippy, where's the good looking Murph from Halloween? I had a disagreement with my face moisturizer and it had a dramatic effect. The yeah, we called him Loggy and he's been retired until next Halloween. Seemingly though, he doesn't age a day, you know, he looks that way all the time. This is a very kind of long approach. Now we're descending at over 1,000 feet per minute. At this stage your ears would be popping. Alston DJ Hall is in the house. Happy Monday to you, dude. Thanks for joining us. Dangerous Brian says we got one night to go. Who's going to get it? Is there a prize? Yes. What's the prize? You get the name of the 200th. It is I, the 200. Ah, welcome, welcome. Gamer Turtle 12 is now following. Many thanks, my dude. You're very welcome along. Now, Murph, you're kind of way above the glide slope here, but we can fix that. We'll use science. Can I go to Wales? Not tonight, but soon, my dude. Yes.
Hey, good morning.
Bombardiers has just subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. You're very welcome along. We're going to get ourselves... We're now established on the glide slope. And thankfully, it's a seriously long runway. Don't mind him. We'll just do that. It's all totally fine. Now we'll hold the nose up, let the speed bleed off. This is a huge airport. Lunar Orbit says, I second that request for Wales. Phantom Tetra is now following. Many thanks, my dude. Alright, Murph, keep it on a center line. Who needs flaps? There's touchdown. Center line there, Murph. Yeah, we've done a bit of flying in Wales so far. It is pretty nice. We have to do the Mach loop. That is the next thing we're to do. Right, we're just going to veer off the runway here. There looks to be a little exit. Or indicators on aircraft, right? Boomer Sim Pilot was 202. Nice, dude. 200 likes. That's absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you all so very, very much. Okay. Look at the amount of them. So, we're going to go out to this menu. We're going to turn our traffic symbols on. Now, guys, just remember, when you get landed... Holy moly. When you get landed, do hit the escape key. So we can kind of all see what's happening. There's Technic Al. We also have a plan to go to Japan. A plan for Japan. Did you see what I did? I saw what I did. Okay. There's Piat. Fat burrito. A Jap plan. I like it, Chippy. I like it. Nicely done, burrito. Who we got coming in? Tarnish. Look at the line of aircraft. It's epic. Causeway's down. Chris is down. Here comes Fly Darren. HCBR. Boy, Botip. Or Barchett. Super. Uh-oh. Fly Darren. He must have hit on the banana skin. Scotland 737 project. Catch you later. Up early tomorrow. You take care, my dude. Many thanks for joining us. Sand Scorcher 75 is fighting the turbulence. Tom LeCrab is here. And he's down. Great work, Tom LeCrab. Papa Joe B inbound. Nicely done, my dude. Red Dragon is down. Roy Mal 9. Nice. Prefontaine is there. The Flyboy. Rabbit 49. We have some super landings here tonight. Who dropped the oil on the runway? Don't act like you're not impressed. Catbat 9, Deep Future, Hal Jor. Fake VHS and Merlin Flyer are all inbound. Mountain Biking Rules is here. Was this the last leg? Indeed it was, my dude. Rattling Jeans is inbound. Oh, 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 oh. Merlin Flyer makes that one look easy. KCBR comes in for another attempt. Well, at least you're down. AJ88, white as ice. Remember, guys, once you get landed, do hit the little escape key. That'll allow the sim to load in more planes. Here's Pete. Nice, dude. WB1990 and Lysphere are inbound. Nicely done, my dudes. Nicely, nicely done. TBM, it's such an iconic aircraft. Actually, there's Tom. Good man, Tom. Here's CDN Taz. As a hush goes over the crowd. I can't believe it's not butter. Butter. Nicely done, Taz. Drop a Vino made that look easy. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That was a hell of a flare, but he made it. Gabriola. At speed. Gregor's down. The speed! Defying the forces of everything. Bye, Darren is away. We'll see you on the next one, my dude. Here's Big Ears 60. Centurion. Nicely done, fellas. Don't worry about it, Cole. We'll catch you again soon. And who knows, there could be other people flying tonight over on Discord. Wayland is here somewhere. He was there. There he is. Telly Potato. There's always 4. Duffman and Vasdom, welcome, welcome. Moving Pigeon, that's a great name. Stop the pigeon. Uh-oh, uh-oh. He's at speed. What can he do from here? Uh-oh. And he's down! Benny P just made it. Pilot Peely. I can't believe it's not butter. Nicely done, my dude. There's Dougal McTavish with a Kerry-made landing. Dan Fjord is there. There's Sean Legoman. Ooh, nicely done, Sean. Reverse thrust as he shimmies it back on to the centre line. Fast Pete and Dangerous Brian. The approach is good, Brian. The approach is very good. Buttered it. Beautiful stuff. Uh-oh. That guy. This guy. Cat Air Charter says, great flight, Murph. Thanks for an entertaining morning. Was up at 6 a.m. from Australia. Nice, dude. Ryan's getting better and better at this landing, Lark. Absolutely. Bill Borden is away. We'll see you on the next one. Moving Pigeons is Moving Pigeon. Uh-oh. The low pass. Be sure to hit the escape key, guys. I think we've one left. Here's Glum Tapestry. Very nicely done indeed. Like a game of tennis. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Luxor is on final approach. There's down in front. Who's actually down in front? Nice. I think we've 2 inbound. You guys are all more than very welcome. It's you guys who make these streams possible. It'd be terribly boring if it was just me. So a big shout out to all our viewers, all our pilots. Many thanks for joining us here again. Well, in fairness, like, credit where credit's due. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, I think we've 2 inbound. We just got to wait for them. And then we're good. We'll ramble out over the bay. Uh-oh. There they are. So, Ali Katz is inbound. She lines up the approach. There's the flare. Ooh, super smooth. Very nicely done indeed, Ali Katz. Superb landing. That's how it's done. Warhamster says, just catching the landing at work while rattling a late dinner. Nice, dude. What's for dinner? Is it nice? Melted butter. Absolutely. I think we've mountain biking rules and I think one left. Let's go out here. See if we can see him. Hello? There's Looster. You can do it! It's all up to you, Looster. The final curtain. No pressure at all. Nothing but sweaty palms. He lines up the approach. Oh, super, super smooth. It was worth the wait. Absolutely fantastic job, Looster. That was manky. What a way to go. Anyway, that concludes this evening's exploration. My thanks, as always, to all the pilots, everyone here in the chat, as Murphy is literally knocking all his stuff down. I'll fix that in the morning. Anyway, Vietnam Part 2. Do stay tuned to Discord for announcements. I shall put in a link right now for the Discord. Be sure to check us out over there, my dudes. Big shout out to all the mods for your help and assistance. It was a busy night. But many thanks, guys. Absolutely, really appreciate it. To all the new members and subscribers and everyone who hit the like button. Thank you all so very much. I really appreciate it. It does help the channel. And yeah. We're back again on Wednesday, 8 o'clock Irish time here on YouTube and on Twitch. Until then, look after yourselves, stay safe, and yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday. Good night, guys.